Hello everyone, today we are going to read chapter number 5 from the book An Alien Hand for grade 7th. The name of our today's chapter is Golu Grows a Nose. So the story Golu Grows a Nose is regarding Golu, a baby elephant that has a bulgy nose. So let's get started. Long ago, the elephant had no trunk. Long time ago, elephants had no trunk. Trunk means an animal's body from the limbs and head. He had only a bulgy nose. Bulgy is swollen, so their nose is very swollen, as big as a boot that we wear in our feet. He could wiggle it from side to side, but couldn't pick up things with it. Means elephants can't pick up things with their bulgy nose. There was a baby elephant called Golu. What is the name of that baby elephant? Golu. He too had no trunk but only a bulgy nose, as small as a small boot. So, Golu's nose is also very bulgy, like a small boot. Golu was full of questions. Golu always asked questions to his family members, to his neighbors and relatives. He asks his tall aunt the ostrich. Ostrich is a flightless, swift-running African bird with a long neck, long legs and two toes on each foot. So he asked the question to him, why don't you ever fly like other birds? So ostrich is a flightless bird, so he asked him that why don't you fly like other birds? Then he asked his tall uncle the giraffe, what makes your skin so spotty? As you all know that giraffe's skin is full of spots. There is a lot of spots on his skin. So he asked the question, what makes your skin so spotty? He asked his huge uncle the hippopotamus. Hippopotamus is a large, thick-skinned, semi-aquatic African mammal with massive jaws and large tusks. So he asked the question, why are your eyes always so red? His eyes always seems red, so he asked the question, why are your eyes always seems so red? He asked his hairy uncle the baboon. Baboon is a large old world ground-dwelling monkey with a long dog-like snout and large teeth. So he asked the question, why do melons taste like melons? So this is a very funny question, that why do melons taste like melons? The ostrich, the giraffe, the hippopotamus and the baboon had no answers to Golu's questions, means they are speechless. Golu is a naughty boy, they said. He asks such difficult questions, means they said that he asks this type of questions all the time. One day, Golu met the manna bird sitting in the middle of a bush. Bush is here, shrub. So one day, he met the manna bird who is sitting in the middle of a shrub, and he asked her, what does the crocodile have for dinner? Then he asked the question that, what does the crocodile eat in their night meal? The manna said, go to the banks of the great grassy Limpopo river and find out. Here a word comes, grassy. Grassy means covered with grass. So she advised him to go to the banks of the great grassy Limpopo river and find out the answers of his question. Golu went home. He took 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. So when we are going somewhere or we are going on any journey, so we pack our eatables. In the same way, Golu take his all the eatables, and then he said to his family, goodbye, I am going to the great grassy Limpopo river. I'll find out what the crocodile has for dinner. Means he goodbye his family and asked them that why he was going to the Limpopo river, because he wanted to know the answers regarding crocodile. He had never seen a crocodile and he didn't know what one looked like. He met a python and asked him. Python is a large heavy-bodied snake. And what he asked him, have you ever seen a crocodile? What does he look like? What does he have for dinner? Means again Golu asked a lot of question about crocodiles, that Have you ever seen any crocodile? What does he look like and what they eat in their night meal? The python uncoiled himself from the branch of a tree but said nothing. Uncoiled means straighten. So the python straightened himself from the branch of a tree but he said nothing. He kept quiet. Golu politely helped him to coil around the branch again and said goodbye to him. Golu helped him to straighten himself and said goodbye to him. Golu moved on eating sugar canes, bananas, and melons. After a few days, he reached the very edge of the great grassy Limpopo River, and finally, he reached the edge of the great grassy Limpopo River. On the bank of the river, he saw a log of wood. He saw a lodge of wood. Lodge is a large branch of a tree that has fallen or been cut out. So it was really the crocodile who winked at him. So it was that he thinks that it was a lodge of wood. It was really a crocodile who winked at him, who continuously looking at him. Excuse me, said Golu, have you ever seen a crocodile? Then again he asked the question to the crocodile that have you ever seen a crocodile? The crocodile winked him and lifted half his tail out of the mud. Come here, little one, said the crocodile. Why do you ask such questions? Then crocodile asked him to come close to me, and then he asked the question that why do you ask this type of questions? I want to know. Then Golu replies that I want to know that about crocodiles. Come close, little one, for I am the crocodile. And he shed crocodile tears to show it was quite true. So he asked him to come closer to him. Then he said that I am the crocodile, and he also shed his crocodile tears. Golu was afraid, as Golu was a small baby, so he was afraid, but he sat down on the bank and said what he said. You are the very person I was looking for. Please tell me what you have for dinner. Then again there is a lot of questions that he asked him to, that please tell me what you have for dinner. Come here, little one, and I'll whisper the answer to you, said the crocodile. Whisper means a soft tone of voice, especially for the sake of secrecy. So he asked him that I will tell you in secrecy manner that the answers of your questions. Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's snout, and the crocodile caught him by the nose. Snout is the projecting nose and mouth of an animal, especially a mammal. So he put his head down and the crocodile caught him by the nose. Then the crocodile caught him by his bulgy nose. I think, said the crocodile, today a baby elephant will be my dinner. So he said that today you will be my dinner. That, oh, you are hurting me, Mr. Crocodile, screamed Golu. Screamed here means aloud. The python, who had been quietly following Golu, so the python whom Golu met on the way, he started following from that time, came to the bank and said, then he came to the bank and what he said, if you do not pull as hard as you can, the crocodile will drag you into the stream. Then he advised him to pull harder as you can, otherwise this crocodile will drag you into the small river. Golu sat back on his little haunches. Haunches is hips. So Golu sat on his little hips and tried to pull and pulled. The crocodile slipped into the water, making it all creamy with great sweeps of his tail, and he also pulled and pulled. So one side Golu tried to pulled his bulgy nose, and on the other side crocodile tried to drag him into the river. Then the python coiled himself round Golu's stomach and said, let's pull harder. Then he said that I'll help you, let's pull harder now. Golu dug in all his 4 legs in the mud and pulled. Now Golu tried to pulled again. The nose kept on stretching. In all this process, his nose kept on stretching. At each pull, the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Golu. So, in all this process, it was hurting Golu. His stretching nose was hurting him. The nose was now 5 feet long, but it was free at last, and at the end, they are able to free Golu's nose. Golu sat down with his nose wrapped up in a big banana leaf and hung it in the great grassy Limpopo river to cool. In all this process of stretching and pulling, his nose became very hot. So he sat on the bank of the river and tries to cool his nose. Golu sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool and to shrink. Shrink means make smaller in size or amount. So he was waiting that his nose will be cool and shrink. It grew cool but it didn't shrink. After 2 days his nose grew cool but it didn't shrink. It was still 5 feet long trunk. At the end of the second day, a fly came and stung Golu on the shoulder. Stung means to prick painfully. Means at the end of the second day, a fly came and pricked Golu on the shoulder. Golu lifted his long nose that is now trunk. With it hit the fly dead, and then he saved himself from that fly that stung himself. Advantage number 1, hissed the python. Hissed means hissing sound, a sharp sound of like that. So advantage number 1, hissed the python. The python said that this is the advantage number 1 of your trunk. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. If you have the small nose, then you couldn't save yourself from that fly. Try and eat a little now. Then he asked him to eat something. Golu put out his trunk and plucked a large bundle of grass. He dusted it against his forelegs and stuffed it into his mouth. Then Golu plucked a large bundle of grass and stuffed it into his mouth. Advantage number 2, hissed the python. Then the python told him the advantage number 2 of his trunk. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. He said that if you have a small nose, that bulgy nose, then you are not able to pluck a large bundle of grass and stuffed it into your mouth. Don't you think the sun is too hot now? Golu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head. Scooped means pick up. So Golu picked up some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head and his body. Advantage number 3, hissed the python. Then again the python said that this is the advantage number 3. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. He said that if you have small nose, then you are not able to pick up some mud from the bank and slapped on your head. Thank you, Mr. Python, said Golu gratefully. Then Golu thanked him gratefully to tell him about the advantage of his trunk and helped him to save his life from that crocodile. I'll remember all this and now I'll go back to my family. Then he said that I'll remember that this trunk is very helpful for me and now I'll go back to my family. Then he goes back to his family. So what is the moral of this story? That curiosity can lead to dangerous experiences, but experience is also the best teacher. At the end of the day, all is well that ends well. So this is all about today's chapter. Golu grows a nose. This is a very interesting chapter. Hope you all have understood this topic. Thank you.